Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today we are making homemade sausage rolls. They're literally so easy. They always go down so well at like a dinner party, or kind of like, you know, like on the lead up to Christmas where you have like friends over and you're eating like nibbly bits and stuff like that. It's like they always go down so well. People love my sausage rolls. So I'm gonna show you guys the recipe and hopefully you can make them and everyone will just love you at the dinner party. Like, honestly, I never eat sausage rolls, like rarely. I'd never go out and choose to eat a sausage roll. But these sausage rolls, these homemade sausage rolls are like a game changer. Like they're so good. These are literally like the only sausage rolls that I actually eat. They're so quick and easy to make up and they always go down so well. They're super popular whenever I make them. I tend to always make them on the lead up to Christmas, at kind of dinner parties, stuff like that. Okay, what is a sausage roll? Because I go to America quite a lot and I feel like sausage rolls aren't really a thing. I feel like it's a very British thing. I don't know if this is true or not. I'm just making it up. I just feel like it's a British thing, so I'm just gonna run with that. Probably gonna get loads of people in the comments like, no, they're not British. I have no idea. Probably should have done my research, but you know what? We're here for the food. We're not here for the history, okay? Sausage rolls are basically, it's sausage meat encased in puff pastry. They're absolutely beautiful. You can literally switch it up. They're super versatile, loads of different flavors, stuff like that, and they're literally so good. So let's make these sausage rolls. Okay, here I have my sausage meat. You want to try and get some good quality sausage meat from your local butcher or supermarket. You just want to make sure you're getting pork sausage meat. If you can't get hold of sausage meat like that, you can get proper sausages and kind of take them out their skin, but that's kind of fiddly and long. So if you can get your hands on some sausage meat, it's gonna make your life so much easier. Try and get some good quality sausage meat, you know, like high welfare stuff. It's gonna be a lot tastier, so definitely give that a go if you can. And then I have got some pre-made puff pastry. We are cheating on this recipe. The reason that I love these sausage rolls are because they're so easy, okay? Now, if you want to make your pastry from scratch, please go ahead and do it because they're gonna be amazing like that. But personally, when I'm making these sausage rolls, it's usually for like a drinks party. I'm rushing to get ready, so I'm whipping them up super quickly. So I always use pre-made pastry. So with pastry, you have short crust, puff pastry, phyllo, loads of different pastries. For these sausage rolls, you want puff pastry. And I'm not gonna lie, it's like pretty long to make. So like you get a pastry, put a big slab of butter in it, fold it, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of boring. So I personally like to make my life a little bit easier and get the pre-made puff pastry. I promise you, using pre-made puff pastry is gonna make your life so much easier. But like I said, if you wanna make it from scratch, please do so. They're gonna be amazing either way. Okay, for this recipe, you are also going to need 1 white onion and a bunch of fresh herbs that I've literally just got from my garden. I'm going to be using sage. If you want, you can use rosemary. You can also chuck some garlic in there. They're literally so versatile. You can completely freestyle it. Okay, you wanna start by putting the oven to 180 degrees. Okay, so I have my 500 grams of pork mince here. I've got 1 small white onion and I've got about a tablespoon of sage. Don't forget to generously season your meat. Once you've chopped the white onion and the sage nice and fine, just want to pop it in the bowl with the mincemeat. So I'm literally just putting a glove on because it's kind of gross. Then you just want to mix it all together until it's like really nicely incorporated. To be honest, garlic is really nice in there as well. I really like adding garlic to these sausage rolls. But I'm also going to be super honest with you guys, you don't even need to add the sage and onion. Many a times I've been running really late and I literally just put the plain sausage meat and they still taste absolutely great. If you get like good quality meat, you can just put it straight into the pastry, but this is kind of going the extra step and they are really good. I'm gonna let that sit for a few minutes whilst I get the pastry out. And as I mentioned earlier, I do use pre-made puff pastry. It will make your life so much easier. Making puff pastry is a very long-winded process, so I would definitely recommend getting some pre-made pastry. Another tip would be to let the pastry sit for about half an hour before rolling it out. So this has been sat out for about 30 minutes and it's super easy to roll out. Quite often I'll get the pastry out the fridge, roll it out straight away, and when you're rolling the pastry out like this, you get big creases in the pastry where it's still kind of rock hard. So if you let it sit for about 30 minutes out of the fridge, it's gonna soften up a bit and it will roll out with no breakages and it will look perfect like that. Okay, I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of flour on the surface just so the pastry doesn't stick, and then you wanna lay the pastry out like this. Okay, I usually find 1 sheet of pastry will give me kind of 2 rolls of sausage rolls. Okay, so I have my 2 kind of rows of pastry. So what you wanna do is you wanna put your sausage meat directly in the middle like this, and then we're gonna put a little bit of egg wash down one corner, and then we're gonna flip it over, okay? So make sure you leave a gap so that you can stick it together. Okay, then what you wanna do is just grab a chunk of your pork meat, shape it into a bit of kind of like a sausage, and you wanna put it straight down the middle like this. You don't wanna put too much in there that it can't close, but you also want there to be enough. But you wanna put enough so that it's a decent sized sausage roll. Okay, a little bit like that. Now I've just got 1 egg in here. Oh, I can't show you guys. This is really annoying. Oh, I just spilled it. Okay, now I've just got 1 egg in there that you can't actually see because I'll spill it. I've just got 1 egg in there, and I'm just gonna whisk it up a little bit. And I'm just gonna do it down one side, just so, honestly, it smells so good already. I think just the sage and the onion smells amazing. So what I'm just doing now is putting some egg wash down one side of the sausage rolls. This is gonna act like glue so they stick together, and when they cook, they don't kind of bust open. So just a little bit, don't do too much or else it's gonna get soggy and Okay, and then once the egg wash is on, flip it over like this. Press down slightly. You wanna try and make sure there aren't any big pockets of air in there. Press it all down so it's all nicely enclosed. Now what I'm gonna do is just get a fork and just crimp the edges like this, just so they look a lot neater and tidier. If you want, you can kind of like fold it over your finger, do a little crease, just make it look pretty so it's nice and neat. Now we have a big issue, okay? Now you kind of want to decide how you want to cut the sausage rolls. I personally find it so strange when people cook them whole and then you cut them after. I just think it's so weird. Like, why? I just don't know why people would do it. It just gives them like a really harsh finish, I think. I personally think it's so much nicer cutting them beforehand so they're super neat and tidy, and then you cook them. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut them beforehand and then pop them on a baking tray and bake them at 180 for 25 to 30 minutes. You can also cut these as big or as small as you want. You definitely can bake them like this. I do find that a little bit strange, personally, but you can definitely do that. I like to go for kind of, I don't know how big that is. I don't really know how big that is. Maybe 2 inches. I don't really know. I like to do them big enough so you get like a few bites out of it. So if you kind of press down, it's gonna kind of take the pastry with it. So it's kind of gonna push the pastry down. So it's gonna give you a really nice, neat edge, as opposed to kind of sawing at it. You kind of press down and they're gonna look really nice and neat. So you just press down, make sure you get all the way through, and then they're gonna look beautiful. Okay, now what you wanna do is give them a little score, just 2 little dashes like this. A, because it's gonna make them look really pretty, and B, because it's gonna help them cook. The steam from the meat is gonna kind of rise through it a little bit. Okay, now what we wanna do is pop these onto a baking tray, and then we're gonna give them an egg wash. Okay, so I've got the sausage rolls onto the baking tray. I'm just gonna give them one final egg wash, just so they're nice and shiny when they come out of the oven. You don't need too much. You definitely don't want scrambled eggs on there. Just a really thin layer so they're all nice and coated, so that they'll come out really nice and shiny. Now these need to go in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. And they are done. They actually smell unbelievable. These are definitely best served warm. Quite frequently, if I'm taking them to like a dinner party or like a drinks party, I will take them raw. So I'll take them in like a big container or something, cover them over in tin foil, and then actually cook them at whoever's house I'm going to, and they always come out amazing. These took 26 minutes to cook, so yeah, I'd go for 25, 30 minutes, and they look beautiful. There you go, and that is how you make homemade sausage rolls. So easily, and they taste absolutely amazing. Oh wait, especially dipped in a big chunk of ketchup. Beautiful. Look at them. Smell unbelievable. So I really hope you enjoyed the recipe. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you give them a go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Oh, and if you haven't watched my homemade truffle video, go watch that now. And the link to that video is gonna be right up here.